Welcome to this new episode where we delve into the importance of preparing your child to combat bullying and how you can effectively do so. Bullying can be physical, like hitting or shoving, verbal, like name calling or insults, social, like exclusion or rumors, or even cyberbullying, which happens online. In this episode, we would cover only verbal bullying and will talk about other form of bullying in separate episodes. Let's first understand why you should prepare your child in advance. It's good to make them understand how the world is and what situations they might face in future. Science has proved that bullying can have a bad impact on kids' psychology and mind. Kids who experience bullying can go back and forth, being in pain or causing pain. They tend to be characterized by poor problem solving skills. They also tend to fare poorly academically, feel isolated, are rejected and isolated by peers, and tend to be negatively influenced by those with whom they do interact. The best way to prepare them is role playing, that is, practicing assertive responses to bullying scenarios. This would help your child think clearly and respond calmly in the face of harassment. Preparing them would create a safe space for open conversations about bullying with you, and it would also encourage children to share their experiences without fear of judgment. This would help them throughout their life, as bullying can happen not just in schools but also at workplace or at home. Before we dive into how to respond when bullied, it's important to teach your kids why someone bullies and what is their state of mind. So people who bully others often lack empathy, they crave control, struggle with anger, often suffer from low self-esteem, and are wanting to feel better about themselves by dominating others. Bullying often have a history of chaotic upbringing, making them lash out to feel powerful. This knowledge would help your child understand that whatever bully is saying does not have any real meaning, and would be able to empathize about the bad mental condition that bully is suffering from. This would keep your child calm and would better prepare them to respond to the situation. Now let's take a look at what to do when being bullied. Now let's take a look at some of the non-verbal responses. The first is confident look. Hold your head high, make eye contact, and project a strong presence. This shows you are not fazed by their words. The playful wink. Give them a wink and a smile. This can disarm the situation with unexpected confidence. The third is walk away. Sometimes the best response is no response. Simply walk away with your head held high, showing them that they are not worth your time. But if your child wants to reply, they can reply humorously. They can change the subject, like throwing a random inspirational quote or poem. It can catch the bully off guard and break their momentum. And also, it's important to find an ally. This is super important. Let your child know that they don't have to face bullying alone. Encourage them to tell a trusted adult like a teacher, counselor, or parents. Now let's take a look at some of the disarming responses that your child can use when being bullied. In the end, I'll share many more examples that you can practice with your child, and your child can use these responses when being bullied. There are a few disarming responses. So the first one is, wow, that's pretty harsh. Did something bad happen to you? This shows concern and disarms the bully with unexpected empathy. Second is this the best you can do? Seems a bit childish. Points out their immature behavior. The third is, excuse me, there is no need to be rude. Simple and dismissive. The fourth is, I don't appreciate that kind of language. Setting a clear boundary. Now it's also important to teach your child what not to do when being bullied. The first thing is, do not cry, get angry, or get into a physical fighting with the person bullying. This can escalate the situation. The second point is putting themselves down. Bullies thrive on making others feel small. Encourage your child to keep their head held high. Next is, don't be a part of bullying and don't laugh when someone is getting bullied. Along with this, you need to ensure that you are building self-worth and confidence in your kids. Strengthening self-esteem is vital. Children with high self-worth are less susceptible to bullying tactics. Bullies artificially create weaknesses, vulnerabilities in other kids to belittle them and highlight their superiority. If your child has high self-worth, they would not fall into their prey. You can refer to my other videos to learn more about how good parenting strategies can help in this area. Now let's take a few examples of how a child can be bullied and some of the responses that you can rehearse with your kids in advance to prepare them for the situation. So friends, that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe our channel for new videos. Thank you.